Hey everybody, how are you today? So I didn't know you could do Facebook Live from a laptop because I don't keep up with it. So I've been doing it from my phone, but it's so much easier. So today's verse is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. And I'll say it every time, getting each verse of the day from the YouVersion Bible app, available on your phone, iPad, whatever. Also, you can get it from Bible.com. Just see verse of the day's notification. So anyway, today's verse is, again, Hebrews 12, verse 11. It's, no discipline is enjoyable while it's happening. It's painful. But afterward, there will be a peaceful harvest of right living for those who are trained in this way. So Hebrews is, we don't know the author, but we know it's a letter to the church of like Messianic Jews, Jews who converted to, who found Christ. And so the beginning of this chapter talks about not pushing away God's discipline. And so this first part of the verse obviously is so much of what our lives is, because in no way is discipline enjoyable. It's not enjoyable receiving discipline. It hurts, it stings. I mean, I can just give you, just tonight, an example of having disciplined my daughter. Just doing it, it stings. You don't want to do it, but you have to do it in order to grow. But afterward, there will be a peaceful harvest of right living for those who are trained in this way. So, it's so powerful, and I think it speaks so much to who God is in regards to our relationship to Him. As we are consistently on this earth, He's called us His children. So we take that as understanding that God has called us to be His children, He called us to grow in faith with Him. And in that, we receive His inheritance, we receive the fullness of Him, we receive relationship, but we also have to receive discipline from Him in order for us to grow. And I was just thinking about it, speaking of my daughter disciplining, I had this revelation that, she was having just a kind of a bad night. We kept her out late, went to Bass Truck today and came home a little bit late. And so it's like, hey, let's wash your hands. And she just threw a fit, like, whatever, over washing her hands. And so finally we got her, told her, she had her crying and screaming at us. She washed her hands, but she washed her hands when it came time, she was like, I want to do it. And so she did it by herself. But I was standing there watching her, proud of her washing her hands by herself. But what also stood out to me was like, it's so relatable to who we are, that when we grow, we start getting frustrated with God because like, hey, I'm growing, I'm moving, I want to do this. But when we're stagnant and we keep allowing these things that God's like, I help you, I provide for you all the time, but there are things you can do on yourself, and we just keep letting it happen and become complacent in it and just letting it, cycle over and over again. We start to lash out and get frustrated and angry. And God, as our Father, is sitting there like, you just need to take that step of faith and do it on your own. And, it's not so that we're finally like, let me do it myself. And we do it. And we're like, oh, I can do it. I can feel myself growing. But it's just that taking that moment of faith, and as a parent, giving discipline, you see it and you're proud and you're like, oh man, I can't believe they're growing. But God is always a consistent parent to us, always, always pushing out in love. And so when He's disciplining us, sometimes we as parents discipline because we're maybe frustrated. We're like, oh, I'm so tired of you not doing this thing. But God's discipline is always, always out of love. And it's always like, I need you to get to this next place. And so in order for you to do that, I need to show you the right way to live. So again, yes, as the verse says, no discipline is enjoyable while it's happening. It's painful. And as we're being disciplined, it's hard. It's hard to get through it. But we realize afterwards that a peaceful harvest of right living once we're trained in that way. So I think as, super powerful verse. And I think the focus is not even so much just on the discipline. It's on the fact of who is the one giving us this discipline and what is the purpose of that discipline. Because we see God in His love for us, and choosing to say, you know what, I'm going to take time and I'm going to make sure that I'm teaching you the right way, because undisciplined children are often seen as a lack of love, but God loves us so much, again, going back to John 3:16, that he gave his only son for us. So his love is immeasurable for us, and in that love, he needs to teach us, so he's going to discipline us so that we can grow and that we can move on to the next phase in life with him. So I hope you guys enjoy this verse. I hope if you have anything else, if a new revelation comes to you, please comment or just text or whatever. See me and say, hey, you completely messed that verse up. Hopefully I did. But yeah, we'll see what tomorrow's verse is. So yeah, thank you guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.